Hello everyone and welcome to the first Jump Force review of 2020 that's being recorded in the year 2020. That's right, Bobo's review was recorded in 2019. Today we are covering everyone's favorite well-known Namekian, Piccolo from Dragon Ball. And before we get into any moves, here's a layman's term after I play Piccolo. He's fun, but he kinda is not the best character. He's one of those Dragon Ball characters that I feel like he's kinda close to being better, or he's kinda close to being awful. It's always between him and Frieza. I'm not really sure who's better. He's definitely not better than Trunks at the end of the day. But don't let that deter you from trying out Piccolo. So we get underway with him. Piccolo is more so great for team-based style. If you want to play with your team, you want to play with your assist, then he's the perfect character for that kind of scenario. By himself, he's not too terrible either. It's just that he's not as good as some of the other Dragon Ball characters. He follows the same premise as most Dragon Ball characters do. He has a range attack, a dashing attack, and as well as a unique attack for him. And he also has a pretty decent ult. But let's talk about his moves now. His first is the right trigger X Special Beam Cannon, a 1 meter move where he fires a laser beam from his fingers that completely stuns you on impact. This is also his assist move, and it's probably one of the best assists. Yes, people don't really like it that much because of how people like to use it, but this is a case of a bad character needing something that makes him very good, kind of like Aizen with Fiery Lightning How. That's how I would say Special Beam Cannon is, only I think Special Beam Cannon is better, and while you can charge it, I wouldn't really charge it that much unless you know specific timing combos for Piccolo. Next we have his 2 meter dash attack Evil Assault, where he dashes towards you, knocks you into the air, and then uses his arms to stretch upon you and then slam you into the ground. It's a great combo ender, and it's a great way to pursue your opponent. However, it's not as forgiving as Trunks' dash attack. It's kind of in the territory of Vegeta's dashing ability, where you bounce off and you can be taken advantage of easily. But for combos like here, it is very, very good, and you can just do some massive damage with your teammates or just with your...
Kind of like a laser pointer that points things into oblivion.
And right there was his ultimate. This final move is interesting, but Light Grenade is similar to Final Flash, where if you miss it, you are going to be left wide open for attacks. It launches a grenade of light at your opponent, and it goes kaboom. It's great for 2 reasons. 1, it gives your opponent something to worry about, considering you can launch it from anywhere. And 2, if they don't protect their teammate when they summon them, you can hit both of them and their teammate as well. This strategy can be countered by having your opponent stand in front of their teammate and holding guard, so this way they take the impact and not their teammate. And his final move is probably one of my least favorites. It's called Hell Zone Grenade. This will start at 1 meter, and what Hell Zone Grenade does is launch a minefield of tiny light grenades that if your opponent dashes into them, they take damage, but you don't have to do that necessarily. If you wait a few seconds longer, it doesn't last. So another way you can use this move is by sending it towards your opponent by costing 1 other meter. Sure, it's not going to be practically useful for a whole lot of combos. When you do get it off, you can go into Light Grenade from Hell Zone Grenade. It's just one of those moves where I'm not particularly fond of it, and the only reason I was able to get it off in this footage earlier is because me and Fireball are not very good with Piccolo, so we have no idea what the hell we're doing. But at the end of the day, would I recommend Piccolo for a Dragon Ball character? Sure, he's pretty fun, he's pretty neat, and assist-wise, it's pretty easy to get assists for Piccolo. Any character with any sort of laser beam will help you out immensely. Two in particular I really think are very good are Goku with Kamehameha, being able to use just about every single one of your special moves for combos, except for Hell Zone Grenade. If you want to stick with that, then stick with Rukia, oddly enough. Rukia's Proctoring will give you the great stun time you need, so you can get Evil Assault in, so you can get Special Beam Cannon in, so you can even get Hell Zone Grenade in at least the first stage of it. And as well as Piccolo working well with others. Now, where do I rank Piccolo? Well, like I said, he is great for working together, like with an All Might player. He works very well for him, where you go for Destroy Smash or Carolina Smash. And by himself, he's not particularly good, and Light Grenade does have some flaws. Still, I think he's not the worst Dragon Ball character in the game, but definitely not one of the better ones. If I were to give Piccolo a fair rating because of how versatile he can be with your teammates and how well he's okay by himself, I would say Piccolo gets a solid 6 out of 10. It's one of those things where he's fun to play, but fun does not necessarily equal good all the time. Sure, you can say that about other characters who are fun to play, but not all fun characters to play are very good. I think Asa is probably the worst swordsman despite my high rating of him, just because of how slow he is. But he's fun to play. Another example of this is Boa Hancock. I thought Boa was fun to play, but she's not particularly great. Well, that's going to do it for this Jump Force character review. We have covered Piccolo, finally, after he blew up Fireball's house in the Boa review. So let me know, folks. Would you try out Piccolo? Would you recommend Piccolo to others? Or do you think that Piccolo is the way he is, by my account? And come back very soon when we cover Killua from Hunter x Hunter. Until then, I will see you all later.